Hey, good morning, guys. You're watching Everyday Struggle on Complex News. I'm Nadeska here with the crew, Academic Star, and we got a special guest this morning, Wayno. So an industry vet. He came up through Def Jam. Rockefeller has managed people like Dave East, and now is the CEO of Triangle Offense.
Happy
They talk through all that
flood shit.
Man, Star's fresh off paying for a bunch of manis and petties, you know what I mean? Valentine's Day was lit for this guy.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
Hang on a second.
I would like to know what we all did.
We're late this morning because if you look at you got the shape up, the trim and all that fly shit.
Well, first of all, I got killed yesterday for looking like Big Bird, okay? And by the way, it looked better in person. Nadeska, you better start vouching me.
I'm sorry, my bad. He looks really good in that all yellow matching Bieber outfit, guys.
Yeah, it
Let him
was
live.
a Justin Bieber merch. I don't fuck with Bieber Velli. Listen.
Did you buy that merch yourself, though?
Yes, H&M. Yo, we ain't got much wardrobe budget. It cost me like $15. Like the whole thing was on sale. Man, I had to rock out. And plus, I know that we can pull this stuff from H&M anyway, so I didn't have much options.
What?
Let me rock.
I had a young lady half my age pay for a lobster dinner yesterday. I had a nice time.
All right, can
Did
I
you
put
bring
you?
flowers?
Can we? What? Yo, guys, Wayno had a genuinely romantic Valentine's Day. Can we put your business on blast or not?
Nah, I don't put my
We
business
don't.
on blast.
He had a really good
That's side
Valentine's Day.
chicks watch. What's wrong with you?
Oh, shit.
Relax
Oh, my
now.
bad, my bad. Okay.
I know, but we're happy to have Wayno with us. Look, he's worked in the industry for a long time, has a lot of experience managing artists and building out his bigger brand, so we'd love to have his input today. We're going to talk more about you later in the show, but down to get into some topics with us?
Absolutely, let's do it.
And let me just say, me and this man know a lot of people up in East Harlem, and we will not be talking about you niggas today.
At all.
No light.
None.
All right, so we're going to start with Nicki Minaj. We know that Nicki is heavy on social media. She's pretty active, likes engaging with her fans, but she hasn't posted since December 30th, so obviously fans are wondering what's happening. So according to TMZ, people close to her are saying, like, look, she's taking time off to focus on her album. She's a lot going on behind the scenes. Is this such a big deal that she's not on social?
I got to jump in here first. Salute to Nicki Minaj. Somebody is finally dicking her down the right way. Pardon my vulgarity. She's a workhorse. She's a quintessential ratchet bitch from Queens.
That's what you got from...
And she deserves this quality time right now. She's not hiding from shit. She's always in the studio. I don't think she's anywhere, trying to re-strategize things because of Cardi B. Somebody is abusing the coochie, and I strongly feel this is her time right now. Yeah, that's what I got out of this.
Okay.
Come on in with some gossipy shit. Come on.
Nah, ain't no gossipy shit. I think we now realize that Nicki just can't please everyone. She's in the stage of her career. She's gonna get criticism regardless. She was getting criticism before she dipped. She was getting criticism that she was doing too much. Always tweeting out stats. Always comment. She was always a little bit extra. She's always been super interactive with her fans, so her fan base understands. But to everyone else, it was signs that she's feeling pressured by Cardi, or is it Remy with the diss tracks or whatever. I feel like she honestly just kind of falling back, let people miss her a little bit. The mere fact that we're talking about that she's not tweeting, when people when rappers go to jail, I think we start missing them. And when we start missing them, we start kind of become a little bit more open to receive what they're bringing out. Right. I think Nicki, people have been just, as soon as she comes out with something, we just say it's trash. You know what I mean? Nicki's been actually, her last couple verses, they've been hot. But people are looking at her like, yo, we're tired of you. So her falling back, I don't know if it's strategic or maybe she just really wanted to break, but I think it's a good thing. But she can't please everyone.
I think personally, we seen Nicki go through a lot of personal stuff in public all last year, you know what I mean? And I think she might just be taking time to just live life. I mean, nobody's not taking into account of that. You know what I mean?
It's a Nas breakup.
I don't know what it is, but sometimes you need to detox from the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be a lot. Sometimes she might just be taking some time to chill.
I'm going to say it again. Sorry. She's from Queens. Those females don't back down. Nicki is confident, conceited, arrogant. She's a winner. And I'm just giving you a different, older perspective. You're a young man. I'm sure you don't abuse the coochie, so you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So you think really that she's absent from social media because of sex?
She's in, it's not that simple. She this time is well deserved. She's been putting in a lot of work. And I don't think this has anything to do with her brother who's going through it right now. She's just doing her. This is her time to just, I think you said detox or something like that.
Yeah, from the industry. It could be, it could be overwhelming.
Nicki Minaj is not worried about Cardi B or no fucking body. And I'm going to stand on what I said. Somebody's putting her ankles behind her neck right now. Nas is my dude. He wasn't doing it. Meek Mill was loving her, but he wasn't abusing the coochie. This is just...
This guy's wildin', man.
No, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass.
The angle you come up with this, I think that almost like those Nicki... Like, you almost dismiss all her work that she's put in.
No,
and
I'm
how
actually giving her a lot of fucking credit. Did you go through her Twitter timeline? She's not deleting shit. She's not worried about shit from the past. She's just falling back and enjoying the time that she is
we know
owed.
about Nicki?
What's that?
If we know anything about Nicki, is that Nicki never lets dick and personal relationships get in the way of her going about her business in terms of work and putting out albums. So I don't care who she's with. I don't think that would affect her being on social media or not. I just think this is personally something for her in her career. You get me? I don't think it don't matter if she was with Meek, Nas, she could be with God himself. Nicki's just gonna do her. I think you kind of almost like dismiss all of her work to say, yeah, she finally is getting some good penis and that's why she's falling back. You're not really taking into account that she's really a boss.
Respectfully, you don't know women. You don't know women.
Damn. But another thing too is, you know, she has been criticized for a lot of stuff she's been putting out, whether people like it or not. She might be gearing up to drop some shit. You know what I mean? Summer's coming faster than we know it. You know what
Cardi
I mean?
has an album on the way. Remy has an album on the way. There is more female competition right now, if you want to say
Than it
that.
has
It's
been.
not just exactly. Do you think she feels some sort of pressure right now in terms of this project she has to drop or will drop?
I think she's still a superstar. You know what I mean? She's still a superstar. She just got to get out there and get a groove back. You know what I mean? As far as the music, because people been a lot of like you said, they've been critical of the shit that she's been putting out. Like, it's not reaching the plateau.
You don't feel she's feeling pressure now.
Awareness, I wouldn't say pressure. I say awareness.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't negate what Cardi's doing. Even Remy. Remy's had one of the biggest comebacks from jail in music, period.
Word.
You know what I mean? So I think she's just gearing up to get her shit right.
I think the pressure she's feeling, remove Cardi, remove Remy, because those are two different women, and it could obviously be more than one popping women at one time. Right. But I do believe that she's at the point where I think Wayne got to a bit, and shit, I think Drake coming out this year, I think he was trying to avoid that point, where people are like, yo, your best works are behind you. You get me? When they start thinking, you ain't in your prime no more. And I think that's where she's kind of at now, where people be like, are they gonna dismiss? Remember, she dropped those three songs, No Frauds,
right?
Regret in Your Tears or whatever, and another track I can't remember, but none of them hit. Right? What actually hit was her feature with Yo Gotti.
Right.
Right?
Motorsport, right?
Motorsport, and
first
those were her
one.
moments. So her own songs haven't been hitting, and I would imagine with her, because when I heard that Regret in Your Tears song, I think people just didn't give it a chance, really.
Right. You know, artists got to find shit to talk about as well. You know what I mean? So she might be like I said, she might just be gearing up, getting herself together, because like you said, she has to outdo the old Nicki. Like, she can't put that same level of what she did before. She has to outdo herself. So maybe she's just getting it together. She got to find things to talk about. You know what I
So
mean?
her last project was The Pink Print, and so she does these dope features like with Uzi and with Ferg, but when she puts together albums, they're generally more pop than rap, I would say.
Right.
You guys think she might go in that same direction, or will she change course because of where music's at right now? The kind of music that people like Cardi are making.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the old school thinking with Nicki, and I think Nicki already came back from that quote-unquote pop lane. Rap now is pop. So, again, you get a hot song like a Bodak Yellow. Sorry to use that example, but Bodak Yellow, it's now a pop song, right? So, I think the days of rappers or any artists who we consider urban chasing that, like, oh, I'm gonna link up with David Guetta and make that type of pop sound song, I think that shit is over, I would hope. Make a good rap song, it will cross over in a heartbeat, because it's really, as you like to say, the pulse of the nation. That's rap. Yeah. Just do it and you're good.
Yeah, I think
Could she deliver that record? I think that's the question.
I think we can all sit here and speculate, and that's great to have different opinions. But sometimes after you put in as much work as she has done, there's nothing more satisfying and pleasing than to just pull back and just shut down for a couple of months. She hasn't tweeted since late December, something like that.
December 31st.
She doesn't have shit to prove. We keep talking about Cardi B, and yes, Cardi B's doing the damn thing. But Nicki has got a solid, established brand. She ain't worried about a fucking thing, in my opinion. This is just her personal time, and that's just what I see.
Yeah.
You do need a break. There are a lot of artists who do it, you know, like a Frank Ocean. At least she's not vanishing for 2 years at a time.
Yeah. What we do got to point out, the break is a little bit surprising, though. I mean,
The timing of it?
No, it's not.
The timing.
No, it's not.
Well, it felt like she was in an ongoing rollout. We didn't know when an album was coming, and then she just stopped.
Her last album
right?
was 4 years ago.
2014.
Usually
yeah,
when we see
it's
an
been a
artist
minute.
take a break is after they dropped an album, they've toured, and then they just fall back. It felt like she was trying to deliver music. She jumped on Uzi's record like a month ago, right? So it felt like she was in our face. She was in the motorsport video. She's giving us a bunch, then she just fell back.
I think she's finding her space as well. Again, like rediscovering it, because like music has changed. When Nicki first came out, she was rapping like full bars. It's still bars, but it's not like how she was doing it. So the way things have changed, I think she might just be trying to find a nice medium, because, you know, she probably doesn't want to outbar, and this is all speculation, like you said. She probably doesn't want to super outbar it because people are not paying attention that much to that. And then she might just be trying to find like a nice little space where she is having a motorsport verse, but it's for her shit. You know what I mean? Or what was the Rake It Up joint? You know what I mean? Like, she might be trying to find that little medium, you know what I mean? And find more subject matter, because Nicki does talk about her life and her music, you know what I mean?
I agree with that.
It's been some time too, so we'll see.
Yeah, she's definitely been through a lot in the past couple of years. All right, hopefully this project is coming soon. We'll see. In the meantime, Kanye West, of course, he goes on social media all the time. He did return for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, babe. To Kim Kardashian, and posted a series of couple photos. Everyone from Sex and the City couples to Whitney and Bobby. But I don't know, there was one very famous couple that he's friends with. They were missing from here. So of course it got the internet talking. Do we feel like he, on purpose, left Jay and Beyonce out of this couple's compilation?
Sucker shit, and I love it.
Star.
I love it.
I want to hear
Sucker
your
shit,
take on
and this is why he's gonna come out with some new shit. He doesn't give a fuck about Jay and Beyonce, and this was all intentional. Left them out on purpose. What say you?
I mean, I think it's evident. I mean, like, how do you not put Jay-Z and Beyonce in there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet. Yeah, he really, he just didn't.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, like.
He's outright saying fuck Hove.
Oh man.
Come on,
It'd be more impressive if he did it on a song. Like, this type of pet. I don't even look at this, and I won't read into it too much.
Come on and look at it. Read into it. You're the king of the trolls. Read into it.
You know
Wake
why?
your punk ass up.
Kanye is the guy who just says the shit. He don't really like. He's not the like me sneak this the
nigga
person.
here,
Nigga go on
man.
stage and spills everybody's business, then exposes everybody. So until he comes out in the song and says fuck Hove,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this as they're not on good terms right now. He's probably not gonna say nothing negative or positive. But if he does have something to say, he's not gonna do it on some. I want to call this like a Diddy-esque move.
This is
where
the Diddy-esque
move.
We show everybody, but no. this
Nah,
ain't
it would be
crop
Diddy
you
if he
out.
cropped them out of the picture. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
cropped
straight
them out
didn't
of the
put them.
timeline. That's what he did.
This is this is the appetizer to Kanye getting ready to put out the entree to say fuck Hove.
So you
I
think
don't
he's
think
this?
he'll ever do that.
I think
I don't
that's
think
what the
he'll ever do
discussion
that,
is.
yo.
I think that's the discussion.
And I work for Rock. I work
Why
for
not?
Rockefeller.
Why not?
You know what it is? I think it's too much history there. You know what I mean? And it's still love there. No matter how much, tension or space there may be, he still got love for that man.
Nigga, you from Harlem. Streets got no love.
The streets ain't got no love, but
Streets
this
ain't
ain't the
got no
streets.
love. What the
Yeah.
fuck is he
Kanye
talking
from the
about?
streets?
Not at
We're
all.
using street rules.
But I don't think he'll ever say fuck Hove. Like, I think what we seen when he he went on a rant about him like a couple years ago or whatever, saying how he didn't go to his wedding and everything.
Right.
I think that's the most we'll get. I don't think he'll ever say fuck Hove. Like, fuck Jay, you can't do that.
He's saying it right now.
No,
On
no, he
Instagram.
ain't,
This is not the same.
man.
I don't think, like you said, we're not gonna read into it too much, but this is pretty evident that because I don't think he uploaded these pictures. Somebody on the team did, but they purposely left that out.
It's his account.
You know?
Yeah, listen. I think the most we'll get, and I don't think he'll overtly diss him on some fuck Hove shit. But I think it might be on some, hey, listen, I'm gonna paint the picture, because that's what Big Brother was.
Is he gonna spill his heart instead of it being a diss?
Yes.
That's an option, right?
I believe that.
I'm gonna paint a picture for y'all to see how my big homie might be fucked up, but I ain't gonna say fuck him.
Right.
You get me? He's respectful and kind of delicate with how he deals with that situation.
Yeah.
The most he's really like jumped off the cliff is when he was on stage ranting, and even then, like he was still trying to be respectful.
He was walking,
You know what I
he
mean?
was treading lightly.
And if I'm listening to him, when he said or repeated or requested about 10 times, Jay-Z, don't kill me, man. Don't send them niggas at me, man. I don't know who Jay-Z got on payroll that he was that shook of, but if he was that shook then, I'm pretty sure he will not be saying fuck Jay-Z anytime soon. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Roc Nation might got to kill us, yo.
Yo, I think for fans looking inside to us, you're like, Jay and Kanye have this long relationship. They've worked together so much.
Right.
How did it even get to the point where Kanye's on stage talking shit versus having the conversation? But again, is that fans being naive? Like, are they?
I don't know. I mean, just in music, and just my experience. You know, I worked at Rockefeller when Kanye first was there, when he was just doing beats and nobody took him serious. I seen the moment when he got signed, when he had the big first week. You know what I mean? And he's going through a lot. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think he's probably at a level where he feels like he might be a little bit bigger than Jay. You know what I mean? Like and egos clash. They're both rappers at the end of the day. Whether Kanye writes his shit or not, egos clash. They're both big artists, and I think sometimes they might have just needed separation from each other, like more than anything. You know what I mean?
What about this angle? Because I feel like this has become evident over the years. Like Kanye's just realized that, you know, sometimes you look up to someone and you believe you're closer with them or you respect them as much as they respect you, but that's not the case, right? Like we've seen Ye throw every praise in Jay's direction, and I mean, if and again, we're just judging off public shit that we all see, right? Jay dubs him on his wedding. I ain't coming to that junk. You feel me? Like it's a bunch of stuff. It'd be like, yo, if that's your man's, like how he's claiming that's your man's.
Right.
I don't know if you do these things.
I feel you, but a lot of this stuff is particular as well. I mean, first of all, you can't. What shows a person fucks with you more than them putting you in a position to make all the money in the world?
But they benefit too.
He benefits as well. He definitely benefits, but it's not like one hand is not washing the other. Both of them are getting some out of it. But a bigger conversation about the wedding thing, I don't know nothing personal about how that went or whatever. I'm kind of far removed from a lot of it. But Jay is not, he's a private person. You know what I mean? He's more of a private person, and their wedding is all over E and all of that stuff. Maybe he didn't want to be involved with that.
Right.
You
It
know
also
what I mean?
came at a
Nah, I
time.
ain't gonna lie. If you my homie, you
No,
gonna
but
miss.
that was around the time that they were making headlines for like the elevator thing. I imagine that they just wanted to stay out of the spotlight in general.
Okay, but even then, keep in mind, that's what I'm saying. I just feel a dynamic. This is a personal thing. I feel like it's a dynamic. It's like me and you, we friends, but I fuck with you way more than you fuck with me. I think Kanye is figuring that out now. Your wife gets snubbed, I'm snatching mics. I'm like, yo, she deserves to win. I'm not even your man. I'm doing all that on the strength of
Right.
my homie's woman.
Right.
And I don't feel like I'm even getting reciprocated all of that.
Jay has a very laid back, observant demeanor. You know what I mean? He's not gonna, I don't know how he might feel about Kanye, but he's not gonna go out and spill everything he feels. And like, you're not gonna get that out of him. Kanye is he wears his emotions and who he is on his sleeve at all times. So we're getting that from him based on his personality. Jay is not doing that. Like he's not doing that.
At some point, I just want to say this.
Right.
At some point, the student has to say fuck the teacher. If the student doesn't say fuck the teacher, then the student will never become the teacher himself. That's just the law of the land, whether you're from the streets or not. Kanye West is at the point where he's bucking.
Right.
He's bucking right there. You're from Harlem.
Right.
You know this. At some point he has to say, fuck that old nigga. I'm the new nigga. It's that simple. It's not that complex. It's not some fucking mystery. And he is saying fuck Hove right now. You can't see it. You can sit here and all you want.
Nah.
You can't see it.
You know what? Again, from a guy who just seems, he wears his emotions on his sleeves. He doesn't seem to have a trick up his sleeve when he's doing some shit. I honestly feel like, I don't even think he even has that mentality to Jay. I feel like he holds Jay in the highest regard. Like, I'm not thinking I'm gonna surpass him. I just feel like I'm on my own shit and he's on his own shit. I just think at some point, hopefully he could see me as maybe an equal. But maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Blood in, blood out. Fuck this old nigga.
Hey, if we hear hit 'em up style diss track from Kanye,
come
way.
on, man.
No way.
Hit 'em up.
Two totally different scenarios.
I like that, but like,
Hit him up
also,
was crazy. Like,
I get, but what I mean, that blatant disrespect, like, man, fuck Hove, you know what I mean? And the
can't do
beat
that,
just
dog.
drops, you know what I mean?
It's coming.
You think
I
it's
heard
coming?
Kanye supposedly is back chopping up beats, man. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know. But I don't think he'll do that.
Yeah, no, me either. That'd be pretty crazy.
Yo,
But
the nigga was-
starts
the nigga
putting
was
bets on it. So
the nigga was
we'll see.
complaining about like, yo, my daughter don't play with your daughter. Like, you're like, you can't say fuck that nigga.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I mean?
just family
you just
falling
wanna,
out,
you,
man.
you
Yo,
just want to
family.
play date. That's all you
if
want.
if they get into the same room where it ain't no cameras and none of that shit, and they can have a real a lot of conversation. Just conversation diffuses a lot of everything. I really believe that they're just on their own paths. Like Jay is on his own path with what he's doing with, you know, his business ventures and all of that. Kanye is making sneakers and all types. He's probably making the hotels he was talking about 10 years ago.
Sure.
So I just think that they just away from each other for right now. But I don't think it'll ever be a point where it's fuck this nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
I got 500.
5.
Hold it.
Okay.
500?
Hold it. I got 500 within the next 3 months. Kanye West says fuck Hove, either on stage or in some type of freestyle.
Man, I want.
Take this
yo,
bet.
You want it?
Yes.
Take
Within
this
the next 3 months.
Hold on, wait. Because we gotta be clear. Kanye West will say fuck Hov,
Hov.
Jay-Z, or any of his aliases, but he's gonna say fuck him.
Fuck him in the next 3 months.
3 months.
500. You want the
Right
bet or
the
not?
That's
Let's
a
get it.
wild bet.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Okay.
This guy,
Fuck
man.
that old nigga. It's coming.
Oh man.
That's my man, Jay.
Nobody wins when the family feuds.
Nobody.
All right, let's
Yo,
move.
Chance, if you tell me that this shit happened during the show like that, Erykah Badu shit, man, I'm done. I'm done.
So Travis Scott working on a new album, Birds in a Trap, Sing McKnight was dope. He wants to work with Stevie Wonder on this, so he told Billboard, my next album is going to have Stevie, at least I'm trying, we're talking. So not confirmed. Would you guys be excited to hear Travis and Stevie together? Do you think this could actually work and sound good?
I'm more interested than I'm excited.
Okay.
Break that down. Break that down.
I'm interested in how this is gonna sound. You know what I mean? Like,
Very diplomatic.
Because of how, you know, Travis Scott's sound is, and I don't know what Stevie Wonder's music sounds like in 2018.
It's old. It's old, niggas.
It's old nigga shit. But I don't. It's a crazy mess. You know
It
what I mean?
really is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but when I'm thinking about both of them, I don't think it necessarily has to be like a collab in the terms of they're both bringing like ideas to the table. Shit, remember Drake used the Stevie Wonder like playing the harmonica or something like that on like one of his tracks a couple years ago. So I do believe it probably will be something like that. Travis Scott to me is a musical genius, so I'm interested to see how he utilizes Stevie Wonder, because Stevie Wonder's sound and like what he does is not gonna change. This is an extreme though. At least Drake was a little bit closer.
It's too extreme.
This nigga's
And
on the
it's 'cause
auto-tune shit like
yeah, Travis
over
has
here.
such a distinct sound that anytime he's even featured on a track, it kind of becomes a Travis song.
It comes. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, is this gonna be sound like entirely Travis with a sprinkle of Stevie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember Stevie had. Busta Rhymes had a record with Stevie Wonder on one of his albums. That was kind of like. I remember that. Like it was. I think it was a
let me
hook. Yeah, it was a hook. Like it was a few years ago. Probably like. Nah, it
I
was
just want to
that.
jump in on some ratchet shit for a second.
Good.
And I want to say I don't give a fuck about this collaboration. Salute to Stevie Wonder, pioneer and all that shit. But there's too much of a gap here. Travis Scott just had a baby, so he's getting a little soft now. You know, he's thinking about being a father, and all that shit's cool. But it's too much of a gap. And I just want to say on some dumb shit. Salute to whoever finally got Stevie Wonder to cut off that fucking what was that whole Predator shit?
Did he cut it off?
Yeah. Salute to
can't tell.
whoever
He covered
convinced
it up.
Stevie Wonder to
Oh,
cut
man,
that
yeah.
shit the fuck off.
Did he cut it off or did he just cover it up?
Yeah, this-
I think he cut it off.
Nah, this shit starts back here. Like
No,
respectfully,
they
you know
cut
what
it
I mean?
off. Somebody said cut that dumb shit off. But I don't give a fuck about the collaboration. I'm sorry, he's too old, and I say that I know his catalog.
Okay.
I love his music. I can go way back, and that's the problem. It's too far back.
Well, honestly, I think the way how Travis Scott's probably gonna use it is probably like even how Kanye will use it. Sample him, right? Have him
Right.
come in and kind of just redo the parts that you sampled that's gonna add into your music, and just kind of spice it up a little bit more, make it a little bit more lively. You get me?
No, I don't get you. I don't get you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And we gotta keep in mind, Stevie Wonder still performs like constantly now. So
Yeah,
if it's a hey, come in and we sample this one song or this one sound, please come and do it live. I think that's paying homage to Stevie and Stevie, of course, still having an impact on newer music. So I'm excited and interested.
I think it's dope that Stevie Wonder knows who Travis Scott is.
Word.
You know what I mean? I think that's really dope.
I don't think he does. I think his reps
He can
are telling
hear.
His team had to explain it.
No, not on some
can't
like
see,
visual
he
stuff.
can't,
I'm
right.
just thinking like I would imagine be like, yo, there's this guy. His name is Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Stevie Wonder is listening to Travis Scott?
No, I don't think he's listening to him.
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Stevie Wonder used to own radio stations. He pays attention. Every older person is not just trolling for the sake of trolling. He pays attention. He's a legend, yes. But this possible collabo, joint, whatever, who gives a fuck, man? Seriously. If Travis Scott redoes Ribbon in the Sky,
He
some
can't do
stupid
none of that.
shit.
He can't redo
Come on,
nothing.
man, get the fuck
But
out
I
of here.
think with Travis is like his creative mind. I don't think he's gonna redo anything. Like for me, I would like to hear like Stevie on a hook and him implementing sound into it. You know what I mean? A sample, like you said, sampling Stevie's voice or something. You know what I mean?
Goosebumps Part 2 or something? We'll see,
I
man.
want to know what the song is gonna be about.
Yo,
Period.
I want to know everything. I hope this happens ASAP, man.
Right.
Well, and also since you mentioned, which is probably right, like Travis Scott's probably gonna change since he has now a baby and all that. I want to see how the content of his music's changed. Is he gonna still be rapping about what he raps about, or is he now on a different wave? Shit, we had Tiger here who basically said, nigga, I couldn't make all that strip club shit forever. I got a daughter now. I gotta
You
make
hate
right.
it when people grow up and have kids and make mature music.
Damn right, cause nigga, I don't sign up for your growth. Nigga, I sign up for you to be on whatever you want. When I'm
Now we're right here.
But I don't think. I mean,
Give me the ratchet monkey shit. I don't want to hear no fucking
But no
throwback with
bullshit.
Stevie Wonder. Fuck out of here.
But I think Travis is still gonna stay in a lot of his lane of what he does. I don't think it's gonna be that far removed. Like, you think he's gonna start making songs about just being a dad now? Like,
no, not being a dad, but like, you know what I mean? Shit. Some of his music is kind of like
She's
a little objectifying. You know what I mean? I don't know if he
Absolutely.
tones that down. You know what I mean? Do you got a daughter? It's a daughter.
Yeah, I
right?
do, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, by the time his daughter knows this shit, she's not like, she got 5 years before she's gonna know what his music sounds like.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
But sometimes I think when people get a daughter, like all that shit that was popping, it kind of changes. Like, oh shit, I could be talking about, or somebody could be talking about my daughter like that.
Not really, man. Think about rap and like, not really.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, you with Kanye. Come on, man. You're right. You're right.
All right, guys, real exciting news. New Lonzo Ball mixtape today. We've all been waiting for this, called Born to Ball. TMZ somehow ran up on Rich Homie Quan and asked him if he would work with Lonzo Ball. Here's what he had to say.
Oh, he got a little swag, but I don't know. I think he just focus on basketball right now, then rap later.
Would you get on a song with him?
Nah, I'd rather shoot them threes with him. Straight up.
Shout out to Rich Homie. You guys excited for this? Should he be putting out a tape right now? Should he be
Hell
focusing
no,
on?
yo. Hell no, he should not be putting out a tape. Lonzo Ball, like, honestly, all right, okay, he's injured right now, right? He's injured. You going into All-Star Weekend and all of that. I mean, I get it. He's from LA, so the big baller brand is all about shock value and a lot of things, right? But you should be focused on music. I mean, not music. You should be focused on ball. Like, Dana Barros wasn't dropping. You remember Dana Barros, right? Like, Dana Barros used to play for the 76ers. He wasn't dropping stuff when he was trying to, like, become something. Like, you should focus on ball, dog. You play for the Lakers. That's one of the most traditional organizations in the league. Like,
It's too soon. Is this the kind of stuff that pisses off your teammates? Are they going to support him, or are they going to feel the same way like
Man,
Focus?
fuck the teammates. Drop the goddamn tape, Lonzo. I'm gonna tell you why.
why?
You know why? Listen, I know the media is super. The media be on, at least sports media. They be on a couple people's nuts. Hard body,
Right.
like Tom Brady, LeBron, Durant. This nigga is one of them, and it's not even for him being super good. It's because of everything that just comes with the brand.
Right.
It's all about the brand.
Right.
I don't believe he gonna be no superstar to that level where we're only talking about basketball. So you gotta continue the bullshit in however way you can. If we didn't tell him to stop immediately, at one point every game he won, he was dropping a song. I was like, how the fuck is this nigga? As soon as he wins, before he does press conference, he tweet out his new single. I was like, what the fuck? So because of that, I've realized that he comes as a package deal. I think all of them do. Yeah. They're a walking circus. They're gonna come with the whole lights and all that. If you don't want that, don't sign them.
We're on the same page here. The NBA is a modern day slave trade, and it's just a corporate monster. And they want not just a fucking championship, but they want everything that goes with it. They want to sell tickets, they want to sell exclusive footage to the games. He's a bozo, Lonzo Ball. He's a fucking bozo. He's got a bullshit shot. I don't think he's ever going to bring a championship to that organization, but he is bringing attention to the organization. Salute to Rich Homie Quan, who's not fucking with him, but you know, I have to say that sadly, this is what the NBA is allowing. They knew what they were getting with Lonzo Ball, as you just said. They knew it was a circus, monkey shit to the upteenth degree, and that's just what it is.
I mean, I'm a Laker fan, so this is a bit disappointing for me. You know what I mean, in a sense. But with Lonzo Ball, man, I'm just like, all we talk about is everything other than basketball. And I get it, you know what I mean? I get the whole brand and shit. I get that, you know, you gotta be more than just that. But realistically, he's the number 2 pick, right? I've never seen a number 2 pick ever come into the league and not be respected on no level and not talked about for anything other than theatrics. It's all theatrics with him right now. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying about the NBA, but regardless, that's his primary source of employment. Right? That's his career.
I respect what you're saying,
Right.
and I understand the history and all that shit. But,
this is crazy.
But sadly, he's the new wave.
Okay, hold on a second. So this applies in rap all the time, right? That your talent is not necessarily front and center. You can do all the theatrics and build a big following.
Right.
Is it the same in sports, though?
No.
They're similar, but this is a very different.
In my opinion, it has become very, very similar.
This is where we think sports is moving. It's just about the
This guy's a
theatrics as
pioneer.
well.
100%. I think.
His father.
Well, the whole team. I mean, he's one part of a whole moving thing. But
he's the new wave.
But put it like this.
Is he though in sports?
Sadly.
Of course.
This is where sports
you know why?
is
You know
Sadly,
why?
he's the new wave.
You know why? Okay, maybe they're not as talented, but there's gonna be somebody who comes out with like out of this world talent, who then looks at the NCAA and say, "Fuck you guys, y'all ain't paying me. I'm gonna build my brand, and basically." I'm gonna get the money I want in college. I'm gonna make it to the NBA, and then I'm gonna use my I think what LeBron is doing, and LeBron, of course, is the best player, but LeBron is expanding his brand.
No, he's not. But go ahead.
Okay, but he's expanding his brand and doing so much that I think people are realizing that with social media, I don't even gotta be LeBron. All I gotta do is just act a fool and get ESPN to cover me like a reality show, which they will. They'll follow me around like the Kardashians. Now I got a brand. Fuck the goddamn shooting the ball into the hoop. You're a Lakers fan, so you're thinking about it differently. You're thinking about, you listen to that nigga who said that y'all going to the playoffs. Y'all ain't going.
I respect the whole branding thing because I'm a big fan of. I love what LeVar Ball is doing because he's taking power out of like the NCAA's hands, which is a larger conversation, which I feel like all these kids that play ball, they always excuse it as, oh, they're getting an education. Kids from the hood is not playing ball because they want an education. They playing because they want money. You know what I mean? They're going to school because they want to go to the league. What they don't know is that it's not even a percentile of them that actually make it. So I like what they're doing, what they're trying to build a league and all of that shit. But let's keep it a band, yo. Everything you said about LeBron had to be LeBron to do the shows he has and all of that. Even in rap,
he
right?
had the charisma though.
No, but look, even
he
in rap.
Get the attention otherwise.
Right,
he had to ball out to get the attention. They're getting it from just straight coonery.
I feel it, but even in rap, right? In order for you to be successful in a lot of other fields, you gotta have some success in music. You take that success in music and then you funnel it to all the other things you'd like to get into, right? It's like it's going ass backwards with them.
You're right, because you don't see the talent at that level.
Yeah,
but
and he's nice though. He's actually a good ball player.
The reason why I'm supporting them is that all the shit they're doing is really the foundation for generational wealth. Listen,
absolutely. No, I'm down with that.
You could make $100 million in the NBA and be real nice,
right?
But after you've like spent it on 30 Rolls Royces, 10 mansions. Most of these niggas, they going broke 10 years after they get out of the league.
Right, 5 years after.
Lonzo Ball and his family, they try to put other niggas to work.
Right, but
that's that generational wealth shit.
I take a line from Star, fuck out of here to that mixtape because it's not like people was waiting on Spotify like, oh, I can't wait for this Lonzo Ball shit to drop. Who cares about that shit?
Shoot me trash. Listen, please. No, just give me a real perspective.
Right.
It's like with me, I ain't no fucking rapper, but I'm putting out a tape. You know why?
Yeah.
It just adds to the fucking brand.
Yeah, but you have a brand within music.
Okay.
You have a brand within music. People, I don't know if you're rap, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but people expect new content in the music space from you. I don't expect this shit from him.
But basketball, I don't think basketball is their space.
You don't think basketball is his space?
No, with everything they're doing,
Right.
They're doing fucking sneakers, like they're
Yeah. You gotta be a good basketball player to sell sneakers. That's why people wear Jordan. Kids that wear Jordans never seen a nigga play a day in their life. If he wasn't as good as he was, nobody would care about his sneakers.
I think shit has changed. I think these motherfuckers realize that
Niggas is not rocking big baller brands with their outfits.
it's about attention. So attention and cool factor.
Right.
Attention and cool factors. Now, of course, you're instantly cool if you could really ball out. But in this day and
How long
age,
is his career gonna last? Is my question. I understand the point you're trying to make, but this
Yeah.
sounds like, all right, a year in the league and it's over. Is that the plan?
nah, I think he's gonna be on 2 contracts. But after 2 contracts, it might be a wrap. I think the youngest one has really the potential to really be the guy.
In the
LaMelo?
league?
LaMelo?
He ain't gonna make it. I don't believe he'll make it in the NBA. I don't believe it.
I think the league is going to a style that he loves, just fucking shooting threes all day.
I think
Light-skinned
I
niggas
think the
shooting
youngest,
threes, like,
yes,
half
the
court.
youngest
So
one
that's
is the
all
most
it is,
talented.
light-skinned and shooting
Light-skinned niggas with the Odell Beckham haircut, dyed up and all that
What
shit.
is his name? The youngest one.
LaMelo Ball.
He's the most talented.
You think? No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Who you think it is then? It's
You
not
think he's
Jello?
better than Lonzo?
Yeah.
And Ball? Y'all niggas don't watch no basketball.
Lakers fan, bro.
No, I'm talking about basketball. Fuck, I'm
Yeah,
me
the
being a Lakers
youngest one.
fan.
He's the most talented.
He's better than Lonzo and Ball.
I
Yeah.
believe he's a better scorer. Like, I think Lonzo's a better overall player. That's why he's a triple-double machine, I think. But
Listen, man. You talking about Lonzo? I mean, LaMelo. If he played against, you ever seen Andrew Wiggins when he was in high school?
yeah.
If you'd have played Andrew Wiggins on LaMelo Ball ass, he'd have cut his ass. You crazy?
Yeah, I mean, he just need to take some steroids, but he'd be good after that.
So you think that Lonzo Ball? I mean, not Lonzo. I keep
LaMelo,
saying Lonzo.
LaMelo.
Mello, fucking Mello. If he comes to the league, you think he could guard Damian Lillard for a whole night?
He got to get his creatine up and take some steroids. Yeah,
Them niggas gotta get-
all these niggas need to hit the goddamn weight room. I will say that.
I just say this, man. Fuck that
Look at
mixtape,
Lonzo Ball. Fuck that
I'm
mixtape.
tight. I'm tight about that.
He's tight.
I'm
It's
tight.
tight.
I'm tight.
And I have to say this respectfully.
Yes.
You are a marketing guru. You've done some great things by way of hip hop and urban media. Salute to you.
Oh man, thank you.
But I think that you are holding on. You're an old Lakers fan. You got to get up to the new wave. Listen to what this man is saying. It's a new wave. All that James Worthy shit from back in the days. That shit's out of here, my nigga.
Not even that. But you know what it is? I am personal when it comes to sports. Like I love sports and I love music. You know what I mean? But man, whatever. Though.
I do like how they defy the NBA. Like the NBA for a while, you saw them do to Allen Iverson. Like, yo, we gon' basically take your fucking image and we gonna put you in this box that we could market.
Yeah.
These new niggas is like, yeah, I'll show up to the game in a suit, but I'm definitely rapping on some
Right,
nigga
but
shit.
guess what? Until they don't need your ass no more. Because guess what? When Allen Iverson was as good as he could have ever been, right? And then some kid from Akron, Ohio in 2003 comes into the league. After 2001, everybody forgot about what Allen Iverson did.
Yeah, but this nigga ain't gonna be the face of the league. Look at him.
I'm not saying he's not. Hell no, you gotta be in face of the league. I'm just saying they will get rid of your ass. Once they don't need you no more, the NBA will get rid of you.
And
As they
and
should.
hopefully by
As
that
they
time,
should.
you sign another nigga to the big baller brand.
Right.
Keep it moving.
I'm fucking with that.
Yeah, sign another nigga to big baller brand. Keep it moving. You still
I
front
love
row.
Big Baller Brand though. I bought one of their hoodies. You know what I mean?
you did?
Did it come?
Hell yeah.
I heard it be a little delayed.
It took like 2 months, but I got it. You know what I mean?
Got him.
Hey, man, I support them, man.
Support black business. That's
support
all we're
black
trying to say.
businesses.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, this next topic has allegedly and reportedly written all over it. Cardi B allegedly and reportedly pregnant. According to TMZ, so she had a couple performances over Super Bowl weekend out in Minneapolis. And allegedly one of her reps said that she didn't want to be in a, quote, party atmosphere. She wanted to stay by the stage area and drink water. And later said that she was 3 to 4 months pregnant. Now, Cardi and her people have also denied that she's pregnant. So again, we're not sure if there's truth to this, but Cardi is she's really on the rise. She's an album on the way. How would a baby affect her trajectory right now? Or do we think this is all a lie? Part of the marketing plan?
I have to jump in first.
Go ahead.
And I have to say again,
I'm nervous.
salute to that country pimp Offset.
Oh my God.
He took the baddest bitch from the north, wifed her. I hope
It sounds like Game of Thrones or
It's-
something. Like, what is
I
he
hope he
doing?
gives her 3 babies and keeps her working for the next decade. I hope she is pregnant. I hope she is. Ain't no pimp like a country pimp.
So Cardi said, I'm just getting fat. let me fat in peace. Let me get fat in peace.
Man, yo, listen. Cardi B has successfully turned this hip hop shit into her version of Love and Hip Hop. Every week there's a story about her. You know what I mean? Actually, fuck every week, every couple days. And this Offset and her thing has become, it's like, I can't remember a celebrity or rapper relationship being this headline worthy constantly. Yeah. So, the engagement, I thought that was a little bit, you know what I mean, maybe for publicity. I predicted that this was coming soon because after you do the engagement, what are you going to say next? You're going to say you're pregnant. Do I think she's pregnant? No. Under no circumstances do I think that Cardi B would get pregnant right now in the limelight of her career when she needs to drop more music and albums and it's her time. She's just in Super Bowl commercials. Right. Fuck you getting pregnant for? Again, I'm not gonna, if Mother Love or whoever just says, fuck it, y'all having a baby, I guess, but whoever it is, I'm just giving it a
Was
child.
that a stork? What are you talking about?
Yeah, a stork or whatever, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm thinking of these women and even men, like, they are thinking about their career first. Right. They're bosses. Right. A baby right now does not help Cardi B. Okay, you can't be pregnant on a promo tour trying to promote a tape that you're probably rapping about how you sit on your nigga's face. You know what I mean? I don't see that being too good of a marketing thing. Yeah. That's what Cardi raps about. It's not,
to be honest though, if anyone could just switch up the whole narrative and sell the baby thing as part of the plan, I feel like Cardi could do it somehow. I'm not saying that she will. It would be wild right now. Yo, it's not the
Cardi
move, but I feel like she could.
Non-pregnant. She been holding down for all the ratchet bitches. Yo, she's a ratchet chick queen, yo. And I do say that, as you say, respectfully, because like we never realized how many ratchet chicks there were. Like, but she's a queen. She can't get pregnant. No.
I don't think
so.
She's
Publicity
pregnant.
stunt. That's what I'm calling it.
You think it's a publicity stunt?
Yeah. Her team's leaking this.
I don't know if she's pregnant or not, but I think that this would not be the time to get pregnant, you know what I mean? Like, a baby could slow down a lot of things. She's supposed to be going on tour with Bruno Mars and all that. Like, I mean, people are anticipating a project from her. You know what I mean? Like, we've got a few records. We want to hear a full-length project, 8 to 10 songs, etc. You know, right now wouldn't be the time, but one thing about, you know, children, they are a blessing. So if she is having a kid, salute to her. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think right now, like you said, I think she's more focused on her career. Like, she came through, she went through a lot to get where she's at today. I don't think she's about to take a year or the next 9 months being pregnant. You know what I mean?
Listen, I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus, because especially some of these people, they're in very happy relationships and their family life is going good. But there's been a lot of women who, at the peak of their shit, they decided to have a baby, they ain't never came back. Sometimes you take that, it's not just 9 months, you don't spend time with a baby. You might take another year off. 2 years, we forget about you. There's a new chick who coming up. She might, she might not even be a stripper. She might just did porn. Just came right in and just, you know what I mean, the new Cardi B. So
I mean, anybody could be a rapper nowadays. So, you know what I mean, you gotta definitely hold on to your spot because there is somebody coming for it, you know what I mean, daily. So I just, you know, I hope that she's making the best decisions for herself, you know what I mean? And if she is having a kid, you know what I mean? Like,
so you think it would be good for her career if she got pregnant? I know you say you're saluting Offset, but what do you think it would be good?
I'm waiting for this part.
You got his blood.
What we are overlooking here is the mentality of a country nigga. And I say that respectfully. We talk about Offset. And a country nigga wants his woman to take her rightful place and to bear some children. Oh, she's gonna push out
of the Migos?
Yo,
yes. Yes.
You think that's what he wants right now?
I know that's what he wants.
Even his face.
He didn't wipe her so she could run around for the next 3 years single, you know, just stunting and not pushing out some babies. You goddamn right she's gonna push out some puppies. And she's gonna do it soon. And she's going to continue.
Like it would be in their 5-year plan.
And she's going to continue working. What is so fucking hard to understand about that?
Like Beyonce it?
You're motherfucking right.
Word.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
She was pregnant while she was.
Wait, no. Okay. You can't just throw Beyonce into that.
Same scenario.
Not that I'm comparing.
You hit the nail on the head. Beyonce.
I just mean that she kept work. She planned her pregnancy in a way where she was pregnant early. She was working.
Push
she took
out
time
the
to have the baby
and get back to work.
Jay-Z even rapped and even admitted that, yo, she was on her own schedule. She wanted to get her career to a certain point. Yeah. And she could do that. Cardi B literally just started.
It's true. I'm with you guys.
Beyonce is a machine, dog. Like, Beyonce is a machine.
And so is Cardi.
I'm not gonna call her a machine like Beyonce. Like, really? Like, we putting them in the same spectrum of work-wise?
She's got a country pimp behind her, goddammit. What the fuck don't you people understand?
I don't think Offset wants a baby right now. I don't know. I
don't
can't
know.
see how he would have time
Offset got a couple
to raise
babies.
another
I
kid.
not care about having a baby, but
Man, people who are up financially, hey man, they not worried about how they gonna feed them. That's all I can say.
True. All right, look, allegedly, reportedly, we don't know that Cardi is pregnant. She's probably not. Anyway, last week we talked about Eminem's little marketing plan for his new video, River, featuring Eminem, right? So it was the footage of him in the hotel room meeting that woman. So here is the video. Let's take a look.
My name, River runs, call me, River, we'll let the river run.
So this is an emotional record. It's about issues in a relationship. Wayno, did you see the clip of him with the woman in the hotel? Do you feel like this was a nice rollout plan for this video?
No, I mean I didn't. When I seen the clip, I actually seen it on X page. I knew it was not like M is not going to get caught slipping.
Word.
First and foremost, like he's a boss. Like he's not going to get caught slipping like that. I just look at it like for M to have a legendary status, I didn't understand why he would do a video like that. I mean, that's the current thing with artists. I would look for that for like a younger artist.
Bosses could get caught slipping now.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
They
caught
could,
Wayne
but-
slipping.
but-
They
but-
caught Kevin Hart slipping. They
You're
caught him-
absolutely right, but I just didn't see that from Eminem. But along with Eminem, all I got from that clip is he's still breaking shit in videos. I
Some
didn't
things
see
stay consistent.
Yeah, some things. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about the. I don't think that rollout is working. For me as an Eminem fan, for what I grew up on liking Eminem for, he always was into theatrics and doing things in a different way. But I just didn't. That didn't resonate with me.
Yeah, I do love this song, and the album I wasn't too high on.
Love that song.
The song, this is the song Ed Sheeran, right? This song's fire. If y'all think
Love it though.
it's
Love is a very strong
it's
word,
one
my
of the
brother.
better songs on the album.
Okay.
Like, there's some bunch of songs on there that sound like WWE entrance theme music. Sounds trash. This one was one of the joints I said, this is all right. This is kind of good.
Right.
Now, the video, the rollout, I don't know what type of like label meetings they be having about this shit. They dropping shit like it's 2001, man. Like, their rollout is so corny. Like, it just doesn't work in this age. We just see right through it. I mean, like, it was funny. Everybody who follows hip hop probably saw through this, right? But it was funny that even that video even came out, right? So, like, I even talked about it. I was like, oh, shit, he got caught slipping. But I'm like, this shit looks so fake.
But back to the theatrics of how we was talking about with Lonzo Ball and shit. Like, is it just theatrics? Like, should we like? Is this a theatric thing where it's just part of the brand, or?
If no one believes it, it doesn't work.
Like you guys said, the fact that we were able to see through it so easily, because we know how guarded M is if it was another rapper. But I literally think of him in a fortress in Detroit. What would be the odds?
The girl, like, 6 hours later. Like,
And we know what a real camera phone video looks like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was shot, that joint was shot on like an Alexia or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
So we know in
DSLR
a
and
situation
shit
like
like that.
this,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So an artist at M's level, who's he taking advice from when he's doing like a rollout plan like this? Is it just a label exec? Is it management? Does he have the final call? What do you think?
He's got yes people around him that are not saying, hey, this is bullshit and you need to go back and redo it. You have knowledge here, in-depth knowledge in terms of management, marketing, social engineering.
Absolutely.
A lot of times an artist just won't listen, they get stuck, they think they can create a new wave when in reality they keep missing the fucking mark. This shit hurts for me to watch because I used to call him the James Bond of hip hop. And it just, I mean, I don't want to shit on the guy just to shit on him, but it's really
To me,
just,
this doesn't affect his legacy, period,
no,
right?
no,
Like,
no.
we're talking about
He'll
current, and I feel
continue
like
to
that's...
tour.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, too. I met him years ago. He's just a genuinely nice guy.
Wait, this don't affect his legacy?
Nah,
To me, this
I don't
does
think
not
so.
tarnish
Hell
the
no.
work that he's done. There's a period of Eminem's life that's, to me, untouchable. We don't disrespect that.
If we're talking about a period, but if we're talking about overall legacy, like, look at Jay. Jay's still dropping albums that might be classic. What's the last hot Eminem album to you?
Yeah, but that's not the point. Even if I don't like the current music,
that's
I'm
part
not
of your
saying this
legacy.
undoes. No, I don't think.
I don't think
Your
that's
I
part of his
separate
legacy
them.
legacy.
stop at your prime.
Nothing affects your legacy nowadays. Let's be for real. Like, you could get knocked out tomorrow, your teeth knocked out, get new ones, and be as hot as you was last week. Like, nothing affects you. Like, but with Eminem is a big part of hip hop. He's a big pillar. If this shit was a building, he's a big piece of the foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's probably renowned as the best white rapper ever. Because people put him in that place, and one of the best rappers, period. You know what I mean?
I
don't
would say
think
MC Search, but go ahead.
MC Search, yeah, I don't know about
Search,
that.
what up,
but-
baby?
I like MC Search, but Eminem, I don't think this tarnishes his legacy. I just think he missed a shot. I mean, I think he missed a shot.
Maybe tarnish is a hard word, but
Yeah, tarnish is a hard
I think when we look at it, we have to weigh that. Yeah, he had a period or a peak where nobody could fuck with him, but as he aged, his music and him connecting to fans did not age as gracefully as a Jay-Z.
Right?
I'll agree with that.
So his
I'll
longevity
agree with
ain't there
that.
like that. You know what I mean?
Longevity, though?
No, well, I mean, okay, longevity. You know,
That's
it's hard
done,
to,
right?
it's hard to really talk about a nigga who sells so well, right?
Transition.
Yeah.
Transition.
Okay, that's the word.
Yeah.
That's the word. Because I'm telling you, he's been missing. He's been consistently missing. The last album wasn't that good.
Right.
And the album before that, what was the album before, like 2 albums ago?
So MMLP2 and then Relapsed, right? I think those were the most recent.
Curtain Call.
And then was Recovery before that?
I forget.
I can't keep up, honestly.
He's going to continue to keep putting out wag shit, but I have to agree with Nadeska. This is not going to affect his legacy. His entrance into the game was so fucking huge. His dominance and his influence is everlasting.
Yeah.
But this is bullshit, and the next project after this is going to be bullshit, and the one after that is going to be bullshit.
I think when we do have these discussions, like ranking the top 5, and when you have a J up there, J and M, we're gonna use this to differentiate.
I'm
the
not
two.
gonna use that, but he's not in my top 5. You know what I mean? But
they're not in your top, okay.
I wouldn't use that. Like, if we were talking about the top 5 discussion, I would say, oh, remember that time he did the video with the chick? Like, I'm not gonna.
this, but in terms of like his last couple albums, not
Yeah,
being.
I mean, I haven't. Me personally, and you know, I'm talking about like what was his first album? Shem Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP, Encore. Those is like
Untouchable.
untouchable. You know what I mean? And I think that he's done enough work with that where we kind of dismiss a lot of shit in hip hop. You know
So
what I mean?
basically, we're admitting that a nigga's on fumes. We just not gonna use it against him. That nigga's on fumes. That nigga's literally on fumes. At any moment, you know what I mean? The car gonna do the little Millie rock and then it shuts off by the side of the road.
Damn.
But
I don't think it shuts off. I don't think
But we
Eminem's
gonna
car
remember
ever
when
shuts
it was
off.
going 120 on the freeway, just cruising.
Right.
Everybody won't always be as good as they were. That's why I use the word transition, because I think about the thing with Jay is that, you know, Jay, he grew with his audience. You know what I mean? Even Nas. I mean, Nas's album, what was his last album? Life is Good. You know what I mean? With Daughters. You know what I mean? Like
That shit fire.
That was a great album, though.
That was a great
just
album.
yeah.
Seeing the evolution of who he was as a man. Like me personally, I haven't seen the evolution of who Eminem is as a man. Like that's why I said the first thing I noticed is he's throwing shit around the room.
And if we can also just add, you know, Jay-Z listens to people. Eminem's not listening to people. He's second guessing himself. Jay-Z listened to Rick Rubin at a crucial point in his life with the 99 Problems.
The Black Album.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, that
He
time.
listened, and that brought him a lot more time. It brought him a new audience.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z listens. Eminem's not listening.
If I was to go by what Just Blaze said once about M, he said and I guess he was giving off the impression that M doesn't listen to many people, because he said he second guessed M one time. He's like, yo, you might want to do that over,
Right.
or you're a little bit off beat.
Right.
And he said like he went home thinking that M was saying, yo, get this nigga the fuck out of here, second guessing me. But he said actually a couple days went by and M did listen, which it was a big thing because usually nobody second guesses because it's M.
He needs to listen more because he's
But look
putting
at-
out
Listen to
garbage.
who would you listen to?
Anybody.
I don't even know who's around. Like, I mean, I don't really know much about the camp. Like, you know, we can see Eminem is a very, very super extremely private person because he's such a high profile artist. So I don't even know. I know Royce the 5'9", that's the homie, but I don't know if Royce is like talking to him about that. Because they're homies. I don't know if he talks to him about his business and talks to him about his direction because he's doing his own thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know who's around him. You know what I mean? But Eminem is just always going to be Eminem.
So Wayno, how has the role of management continue to change, especially in the streaming era, right? It's bigger than just like day-to-day managing kind of thing. So like, what's your role now as you build out Triangle Offense?
I mean, with Triangle Offense, what I did was I never wanted to be put in like one sort of box. You know, I started out in music. I started out in the mailroom delivering mail to labels, you know what I mean? And fortunate enough, got an internship at Rockefeller, ended up getting a job.
Got it from the mud.
No, for real. I was the only person that ever made it out of the mailroom into the
That's where I started, mailroom.
Word?
MTV, yeah.
Oh, word? Well, I was the only person at 825 8th Avenue. You know where that spot? You know what I mean? Def Jam and all of that. So,
You got a mailroom experience.
Nah, for
Y'all used to
real.
be stealing the mail or no?
Nah, never.
I stole everything that wasn't nailed down. But go ahead.
I never stole any mail, but the thing about being a mailroom guy is that you have to know everybody. That
Right.
doesn't see anyone until the Christmas party.
Right.
You deal with every single department. You become a people person. So that kind of helped me transition in how I deal with music. You know, building relationships, which got me on. You know what I mean? Everyday struggle today. But the thing about management today is kind of like I always equate it to being like Draymond Green. You know, I always with basketball, I always bring it back to music. Draymond Green can run point. You know what I mean? He can guard the best player. He can also hit a jump shot. You know what I mean? From a little deep. So you got to be able to do a bit more than the managers used to do before. You know what I mean? And with Triangle Offense, what I wanted to do is make it into like a multifaceted entertainment company as opposed to just a management company, a label. You know, we did a ad campaign with Sneaker Villa. You know what I mean? That was something new for me, you know what I mean, getting into that space. But I just always want to do anything that comes to my mind, you know what I mean? Encourage others to do that as well. Because like you said, like I made it from the bottom, literally. The bottom, what is that? The freight area, you know what I mean? Like I made it from that into the industry and, you know, doing business with Def Jam, a place I delivered mail to, so. You know.
So when you get like, let's say a pretty young artist, they're trying to put out a first project, you're helping them with everything from advice on the project to partnerships with other brands.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, so a lot of the things that I did is like, I'm big, like with Star, these old niggas, man, like stay away from them, you know what I mean? I first and foremost, I tell a lot of the younger artists that I deal with is like, you know, a lot of people at 40 or even my age, I'm 35, they forget what it's like to be 17. Right. They forget what it's like to be misunderstood, and I can still sympathize with that. So with me, I just tell them to be themselves initially, and we build the brand out over at Triangle Offense. It's about who you are. Because now, like we was talking about theatrics and everything, I know more about Lonzo Ball's life than I actually know about his practice regimen or if his shot is getting better. I know more about that. So now I'm in a space where we're taking time to build out the artist, really do development. You know what I mean? Like really take the time to sit with you when the label is like, oh nah, I would sign him if he had a hit. Nah, how about we work to it? Because if you have a hit and you sign to a label and the hit's over, what else do you have? So let's work on your songwriting. Let's work on to put you in a space where you can walk in and hold your head high and hold your own. Where you're walking in with your brand and the label is like, let me partner with you. You know,
so
that's
artist development does exist, just not at the label, right?
I wouldn't say it doesn't exist at the label. You got certain A&Rs who do like.
At Atlantic, they're not developing shit.
Listen, I do a lot of good business.
You want to go there today? You want to go there today?
What? Pull up over there?
We'll talk later.
Yeah, but I mean.
Hey, if I can also just say, I didn't mean to cut you off. You have a talent that's not often spoken about with regards to management, and that is to be a patient person.
Oh, yes.
Everybody can't be a manager.
No.
I could never manage somebody. I don't have the patience.
Yo, to manage
and it's
somebody.
also babysitting.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy. Management from A to Z, you gotta be
patient.
You gotta be patient. You gotta be a psychiatrist. You gotta be a fixer. You gotta be a fighter. You gotta be everything. Because artists are
like
very.
Olivia Pope out this bitch.
Nah, you got no for real. Like real shit. Like you have to be everything. You have to sacrifice more than you actually like to, and you have to care.
Too much.
Too much. But the thing about it is that you have to actually give a fuck, and you have to care more about the dollar. You have to care more than about the dollar. You know what I mean? Because when you really genuinely, you know, mess with an artist, you know what I mean? When they don't have anything, you have to see the end result when they can't see the end result.
And then when they lose everything, they're gonna blame you.
I mean, I don't know, man.
That's why you gotta take a nice little percentage off the top, yo.
Hey, I mean, yo, listen, man. The thing about
30%?
no 30 is crazy, though. You can't do that.
Damn, Ak.
Oh, I'm about to manage somebody.
Did you just sign up for 30?
If you can get somebody for 30, God bless you, my brother.
Low-key, I was to tell them 40. They're nobody.
So you're admitting that you're trying to rape the culture?
No, well, actually, this person's not a rapper. This person's not a rapper.
It don't matter. 40% of anything is crazy. That's next to half.
Well, I would literally put them on. Like, they have no future without
Trying to rape the
Damn,
culture.
man.
Jesus, Ak.
Remember that.
You don't even know what culture it is.
It's a capitalist culture. Consumerism.
Oh, yeah, they're broke. I was about to put them on.
Yeah.
We're partners. You feel me?
You ain't partners.
Nobody
if it's
signed with
60-40,
Act.
definitely not a part
Your patient man salutes
should've
you
went
again.
50.
Oh, man, I appreciate
it's
that.
a talent because a lot of people just don't have the patience for artists. And again, I don't. I would never try and help somebody
That's
get
what-
signed.
I mean, that's
Fuck outta here.
one of the things that a person told me was that I was too talented not to be managing talent. That's why I got into management. And one of the reasons why I got into management was because all that old shit I did at Rockefeller, nobody cared about.
Right.
And I was trying to get jobs and all that, and they was like,
Right.
nah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go find me some artists, find me some producers, and a few guys worked. And you know what I mean? It put me in a different position, gave me a different respect in the industry. So I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? But patience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Patience is the key.
Patience is a big thing.
Absolutely.
Ack, if you need some advice, I think you should talk to him. Stop trying to rip people off over here.
Nah, listen. It's a
Act,
different
I'm telling you,
situation.
Because listen, when
Well,
people,
first of all, I don't want to manage. I wouldn't want to manage a rapper.
right.
Unless it's on some stuff that I do natively, maybe on some PR shit.
Unless you can
Feel
rob
me?
somebody.
No, but the reason why I wouldn't want to manage a rapper is that, like, I've seen how needy these motherfuckers are. Like you have to pay attention to them more than you can't have something going on for yourself and them. So I already do my own thing. I already got my own business.
Right.
You got to dedicate your whole time to making sure that they're good.
Right.
And for me, I couldn't make that sacrifice.
Well,
at
I
this
mean,
point.
for me, it's like that's why I became more than just a manager because now, you know, with Triangle Offense, instead of doing just straight on management deals, I'm doing production deals. You know what I mean? I have other people that's down with me that I can delegate management tasks to. So it's like, okay, you can have the management aspect of Triangle Offense, which I have a lot of great relationships with brands. That comes with it, you know?
Explain the difference, because that's a term that's been used a lot these days, where people are signed to production deals, and maybe the audience don't understand
Well,
what
what a production deal is, it's basically like, okay, when you look at like a Rockefeller, Murder Inc., even Cash Money, those guys back in the day, what they did is that they had their entity, whether it be an LLC or a corporation, et cetera, and they would sign you to furnish services for you. So when you look at Memphis Bleak to Jay-Z, him being a part, him growing as an artist and standing next to Memphis Bleak, putting him on the road with him, all of that, those are like production services. But they partner with a label like a Def Jam that can fund it all.
Right.
So they have at their discretion, they say what we want to do. Rockefeller did what they wanted to do. They didn't answer to anybody. Murder Inc. the same way, and you had to have success in order to do that. With Cash Money, like Cash Money, they talk about in the 90s, they was breaking records, bling bling got put in the dictionary, all that crazy shit, but they signed these guys to production deals, which a lot of them back in that time, they just was like, you don't need a manager. That's why a lot of bad business is done around the spectrum, not just at one label or another place, because realistically, it's nigga business. You know what I mean? And they're getting money.
I'm glad he said it,
No,
not
for
me.
real, it's nigga business. Like, they're getting money. I wouldn't say nobody's advising, but it's nobody's business to teach you business. I don't care, like, how much money you're making for a person. If you don't fit, like, at your discretion, you can go get your own lawyer, your own manager, your own team.
Same thing I said last week. It's nobody's business to teach the business.
Listen, most people, right? If you go to a store and you pay for something, and the cashier hands you extra money back, a lot of people is not gonna give that cashier that bread back.
Right.
They're like, oh shit, I done came up.
Right.
A lot of the music industry is that. You know what I mean? And if you don't know, then you just got burnt. And a lot of people that are successful, the best ones, they got burnt. Yo, I ain't gonna say, but like I was doing.
Come on, give us a name. Give us a name.
No, I'm not gonna give no names.
Come on, give us a name.
But when I worked
My man still got a job. What you mean?
no, but like when I worked in the industry, like even when you're an intern, you're gonna sacrifice shit. Talking about management, talk about an intern that really wants to make it. You might be doing a $50K a year job or $60K a year job for $100 a week.
Word. Or free, like I did.
Or for free. But nobody can get you that experience. Like you couldn't pay for the experience that you get. And and unless you have patience, you won't understand that till 10 years later.
I'll just ask one last question, because I always tell people this, especially when they see what I've done, and I think the majority of fans, they only look at they want to be the rapper or the big producer. They don't realize there's a lot of other roles or jobs behind the scenes that you could equally be influential and you could affect music, but you don't always got to be the nigga with the mic.
No, you don't.
See, you came up through the mailroom, came into management. How would you advise somebody who, if they're like, yo, I really want to get down with, like, in the music business, being a manager? Well, how would you advise him to go?
Well, first and foremost, I would say if you're gonna do management, look to do other things because it's not like your security is based upon, what you do or don't do, and that can go either way, by the day, right? Like it could be one way one day and the next day the other. So what I would advise for a person, not even just being a manager, but just being in the music industry, is first and foremost, don't come into the music industry thinking that because you went to school and you took all these classes that you're gonna have this high position because you're gonna be going to get something to eat for a person that has no high school diploma. You know what I mean? Like that's first and foremost. Like you have to have no ego. You have to be a clean slate, and you have to just make yourself available and be ready for any and everything that comes with it. Getting into the music industry, there are tons of jobs. If you like to drive, you could be a driver and be making, like you could be your homie's driver. Like, you know how people always joke about, oh, he's a weed carrier or whatever, right? It's people that get, you know what I mean? Like, artists have to spend X amount of dollars. You'd rather give it to your man than to give it to the IRS. You know what I mean? So create a position for yourself. Sometimes you gotta put yourself in a position to create your position when nobody would give you one, and that's what I did. So I would just say, like, go in open, try to learn everything. You know what I mean? Be receptive, be on time, be before time, because if you're on time, you late. You know what I mean? Be able to sacrifice, you know what I mean, more than you'd like to. Like, more than you'd like to, and just go.
Wow.
Hey, listen, man.
Some good wisdom here, yo. Usually this show is just out of control. Thank you, man.
Whatever they struggle blueprint. But yeah,
game.
I'm glad you could give that piece of knowledge to the audience, because they email with that dumb shit all the time, and they could only see what is glamorized to them.
Even for yourself, I mean, just me, speaking on following the things that you did. You making, your videos and everything, that took time. You know what I mean? It took a lot of time for you to shoot these videos, edit them, download clips, think about what you're gonna say. So people only see you here. They don't see, and even with that, they think, oh, he probably had a whole team behind him doing that when you was doing all that shit yourself. You know what I mean? So a lot of people that want to be in music, because I ain't gonna lie, like I'm one of those people that I didn't graduate high school, and I don't say that as a bragging point. I say that music.
I dropped out too.
Yeah, I dropped.
You seem proud about it.
I dropped out in the 9th grade, but if
I
it
wish I
wasn't
would
for
have went to
music
college.
shit,
I could have met a better crop of people. But yeah, I dropped out of high school.
I feel that way too. I wish I would have went to college, but for a person who didn't drop out, who did drop out, I had to work 5 times harder than the person next to me. I had to prove myself a little bit more, because that piece of paper just says a little bit more about you in corporate America or whatever. But when it comes to music, this is the only thing. This is the only thing where if you decide, okay, this is not working for me, if you really have a plan and a structure and you have a team and y'all really about it and y'all like, yo, I don't care what this is gonna take. I'm gonna do this shit until my only goal was to move out the hood. That was my biggest goal. Like, I can't be living in projects no more. And once I did it, I was like, oh shit, I gotta come up with some new stuff.
Word,
like,
I'm out the hood, next plan.
So now you just keep continuously challenging yourself, you know what I mean? And don't get complacent. So many people, they try it and they be like, yo man, I'm not getting no bread. And my man just got hired at Con Edison. You know what I mean? So let me go jump on that wave where you take some time, and if you really curate a plan and build a team and get everybody to understand that this is about us, this is not about me, even if I'm the forefront, we gonna make some shit happen.
That's
and
dope.
You got it. You know what I mean? That's what Triangle Offense is about.
That's some good game.
Definitely.
Really good advice. Yo, Wayno, thank you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Not often that we have reasonable conversations on this show,
You
so
gotta pull
thank
up,
you,
man. You gotta
man.
pull up again, bro.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
no, come
I'm
visit.
anytime y'all need me, I'm here.
Good to know. Guys, thank you for watching. What is today? It's Thursday, so we'll see you. Monday's President's Day. It's an official holiday, so we'll see you Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Everyday Struggle. Chops is so proud of me that I didn't screw that up. See you guys later.